Hey, this is Nico from Ocala, Florida. I'm recording my voice to be quick and concise with what I want to tell you about what's going on in my life ever since I moved out from Lynchburg, Virginia. So I'll be telling you a little bit of that process of moving out and spending Christmas with family, then beginning the year with a graduation trip with Liberty University aviation maintenance students. After that, spending a couple of days with my family in South Florida, and then finally arriving to ITEC, the Indigenous Technology and Education Center, where God has called me to come prepare myself for aviation ministry. So I'm gonna begin by telling you that moving out of Lynchburg was a great encouragement. It was very inspirational. A lot of friends that I would truly consider everlasting friends were um, very good to me in encouraging me, in inspiring me, in just lifting up my dreams in pursuing this calling that God has for me through aviation. So I want to thank you. I not only want to tell you that I had a blast in all of the goodbye surprise parties, but your words, your letters, your hugs, and everything you did, your actions were very inspirational, and I'm gonna hang on to them in those times of valleys and hard times. So thank you for that, professors, instructors, friends, pastors, mentors. I truly want to thank you for that time. After that, it was a complete gift from God for me to be able to spend December and a portion of January with my family in Virginia and Maryland. Um, I want to tell you that it was the first Christmas I have spent with the entire family that knows Christ. So I can summarize that time by being a gospel gospel center family time. God reminded me of his promise, God reminded me of his covenant in that me and my house will serve the Lord. He was very loving. He gave me a lot of rest in that time, and as usual, a lot of food as well. So we had a good time in Christmas. After that, the new year began with a great graduation trip that we made with the students of aviation maintenance. We went to Fort Pierce, Florida, to an organization called Missionary Flight International. They are an agency that goes to Haiti and the Caribbean, transporting missionaries and taking mail and supplies into those islands. And we got to serve with 5 students and 1 instructor. Just being there, hands-on work. We worked on big airplanes. For those of you who know about aircraft, we worked on a DC-3 turbine aircraft. So that means a lot for us pilots and mechanics. Um, I want to tell you that that was my very first glance of missionary aviation in real life. Really, just looking at an organization, how they work in the administrative part, in the maintenance part, in the flying part. So that was a great gift of God in preparing me towards what's coming ahead in my life. Um, After that, I spent a week more in Fort Lauderdale area where my family lives, and I got to visit my home church, church where I met Christ, and I can just describe that experience as just voices from heaven speaking to my life and reminding me um, from where did God take me out and what does he still have for me ahead. They prayed for me. They gave me a lot of words of encouragement as well. And I can also tell you that miracles happen and there was a lot of commitment to support what God's doing in my life, in my church. So that is a great blessing to announce to you. Now finally, I get to the part of telling you a little bit of what was like getting to Ocala, Florida. Um, that was last week. The team received me very, very openly. Um, I'm just gonna tell you, we went right into work. They gave me a lot of projects, little projects, but projects that got me into doing maintenance already in little aircraft. So it was hands-on right away. I could see God's provision in that they provided me with the house. They gave me what I needed to live with in here, and I can see that this is a place where I feel the peace of God just telling me this is where I want you, and I want to prepare you. We'll see for how long that takes, but I do want to tell you that it is a great team. I feel God and His assurance that this is where I need to be. The second week, which is this past week, we continued in doing a lot of work, and I want to tell you that I'm still transitioning into this new lifestyle. Just being apart from lots of friends and people that I knew. I'm here just exposed to new people, the fact that I'm looking for a church, the fact that I have online classes and I need to divide up my time. So those things I can tell you they're going on and the transition's still going on. So although there's a lot of victories, I would appreciate a lot your prayers. And speaking of prayers, I am looking forward to a jungle camp, a class that will prepare me and expose me entirely to what the tribal ministry looks like. That will be in Pennsylvania in spring break. I believe it's March the 16th. It will be for a week, and so that's something I need to get there, and we'll be there for a week. So we'll be expecting you to support me in prayer for that. I believe that's gonna equip me for my future dreams of working with indigenous people, and will prepare me and encourage me and show me the reality of what that's like. Finally, I'm looking forward also to the trip to Colombia in the summer with Jonathan and Natasha. Those are my colleagues here in the ministry. Jonathan's Colombian, and we're getting ready for it. He's leading the trip. I'm just behind him. I'm on the side of him, and I will truly appreciate your prayers for those things as well. Thanks for listening, and hope that you have got a big picture of what is going on. I know I have been so willing to talk to you, to each one of you, and you know my heart, and it is hard to put everything in small words and concisely, but I believe this was one of the most complete summaries that I could give you. Thanks for your support.